installment of the NFL International Series, and it should be a great one, as it'll be the Denver Broncos taking on the New York Jets. Charles Davis ready for another installment of the NFL International Series. And we are underway from North London. And this one definitely not in the landing zone. In fact, it's over the back line. So this is going to come out to the 35. Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. On the run, this is J.K. Dobbins. And not a whole lot of room to operate there on the first down run. He gets maybe 3. When you talk about this Jets defense, they played well against the pass. Currently ranked 7th in the NFL.
Yeah, this has been a good defense, but they're going to have to really prove it in this one because guess what? They're facing the #1 passing offense in the NFL. It's definitely a prove it day for them.
And they'll go on the ground. He's going to get this down to the 35-yard line. 27 yards there, a first down.
How about that there? No frills, no additives, right? Nothing crazy. Just find a way to pick up the first down. A nice run right there.
So in Jet territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 35-yard line. A shotgun snap and a give to Dobbins. And this defense not ready for that one as he'll take this down inside the 25.
It's a gain of 10. And the Broncos first down.
Well, looks like they'll move things around here. To throw, here's Nix. Now a run here off the RPO. He'll keep it. A short throw to Ingram. And he is brought down at the 22 after a gain of 2. And it brings up 2nd down. Operating from the gun, here's Nix. He'll swing this out to Dobbins. And they'll get this down to the 10. A solid pickup of 12 yards, and now they're knocking on the door.
A lot of precision being shown on this opening drive. They've been methodical, they've been crisp, and as a reward, they're going to be set up with an early 1st and goal.
1st and goal, a chance for an early statement here on the road.
Ready.
This quick pass complete to Sutton. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Denver score. Cortland Sutton, his 6th touchdown of the season. And the Broncos are on the board first here this afternoon. Well, Charles, he's still a young signal caller in this league, 2nd year in the NFL. But I don't know if last year as a rookie, if he would have worked through his progressions like he did on that touchdown pass.
I think you're right about that. We're seeing him grow up right in front of our eyes because when he went to his primary read, he recognized that they were all over that. So he continued to survey the field, picked up another target, delivered a pass exactly where it needed to be. A very mature play for the 2nd-year quarterback.
Now he's back out there to boom this one away, maybe with some frustration after the PAT miss.
The Jets take over 1st and 10 at their own 35-yard line.
Looking to put a drive together. They'll fake the handoff. Now Smith. Oh, his first throw of the game going to be intercepted. And he takes this one back into the end zone. And the Bronco defense has a touchdown. We thought this defense would be opportunistic, and they were. Here you're already up. Now you got a 2-touchdown lead. I tell you, going out there on defense, did they have a little bit of extra momentum with a score already on the board?
Oh, without a doubt. That already felt good to them. They took it and used it and obviously put up another one. But here's the thing now. Some defense coordinators might want to pull their guys back a little bit because they don't want...
It is intercepted at the goal line. Picked off by the linebacker, Demario Davis.
I know they didn't tack on the 2 points, but I liked their attempt. After the interception return for a touchdown, I was thinking to myself, forget kicking it, go for 2, and they did.
Oh, yeah, and everybody's scrambling. Maybe you catch the defense on their heels. They weren't ready to be out there.
Yeah, it's almost like a sudden change, right? There's a turnover, you take it away, they stuck it in the end zone, keep the momentum going. Give credit to the defensive guys for rallying and stopping that 2-point attempt.
So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick 6. And now the kick is away. And that is over the back line of the end zone. It's a touchback, and they'll bring this out to the 30. Jets offense coming up now to start their next drive. They find themselves in a good-sized hole here, and a good-sized hole early on in this game as they come up on first down. And some room to work. And they'll get this well past midfield before being stopped just before the 35. That one 28 yards on the ground.
Good, strong, explosive run that started inside, which means you've got to control those defensive linemen, the defensive tackles, the nose guards. Those guys have to be controlled. How about the offensive line, the job they just did?
Yeah, key that A-gap usually on those runs, right?
That's where it all starts because everyone wants to kind of control that area. It disrupts things from the defensive side and the offensive side. As we just saw, it opens up possibilities.
There we go.
Out of the gun, Smith. And it's a short one here, complete to his tight end. They'll wind up getting 7 on the play, and that'll leave them with a 3rd and just a yard. So they just need 1 yard here to pick up the first down. They'll run with Hall. And he's in. Touchdown, Jets. Breece Hall, his 7th rushing touchdown of the year. And the Jets are back within a score.
We see this a lot on 3rd and short yardage, especially down here in the red zone. They're going to sell out to stop the run, try and hold them to a field goal. But once the running back gets past the first wave, the resistance can evaporate after that. And he not only picks up the first, but he takes it all the way into the end zone.
Extra point by York is up and good. And the decision to just kick the extra point winds up successful. And York ready, and here we go as he sends this one away. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. Denver offense at the line, ready to go. And they dipped a game below 500 following the loss last week. And you get the sense that maybe this team's at a little bit of a crossroads here.
Yeah, I think that's a really good way to put it because what's that old malaprop? If you come to a fork in the road, take it. Because this crew, they're losing ground fast. They've got to start winning some ball games. And the good teams, they're starting to separate themselves, and these guys are being left behind.
From the 39-yard line, here comes 2nd down and 6. On the counter now, it's Dalvin. And he stopped immediately there. No gain on the play, and it's going to bring up a 3rd down. You talk about this Jets defense. They enter play 1 from the bottom, number 31 in the league, Charles, against the run.
And that's been an Achilles heel for them all season long, being able to play against the run, being able to slow teams down. But it's not just that. When you give up big chunks of yardage in the running game, it also opens up the passing options for the team you're playing as well. So typically, When you don't play the run well, you're getting hit in all phases.
We are in for a good one as we're through one on EA Sports.
Captain. Oh.
Here's Nix. Right back to Jalen Waddle for another catch. And he'll cross over out of bounds right at the 25. Back-to-back receptions for him, and it's another first down. That's the number 2 receiver in the NFL in terms of yardage. And tell you what, a few more plays like that, he won't be number 2 for long.
Well, that's what often happens when you have competitors running around the field. These guys know where they stand in relationship to yardage, totals, numbers, the whole deal. And let's face it, all of them, they all want to be number 1.
And he gets it inside the 10 to the 9. Another nice gain, 16 yards there, and a first down again.
Just picking up yardage in bunches here these last few plays. They have moved right down the field, and just like that, they're going to be set up with a first and goal.
2 big plays in succession. Not sure this D knows what hit them, but now they got to get ready. It's first and goal. And this is caught by Sutton. Touchdown, Broncos. A great play there with his second touchdown here in this first half. And they are able to add on to their advantage. And now the offense is going to stay out there as the Broncos will go for 2.
The Broncos will line up for the 2.
They'll try and throw for it. And he's got it. So the try for 2 is successful. And that bumps their lead up even further. After the touchdown, Lutz to kick it off. And this one definitely not in the landing zone. In fact, it's over the back line of the end zone. So this ball will come out to the 30 now. Jets offense coming up now to start their next drive. A strong showing their last time out. They scored the touchdown. But Charles, they look up and they're still down double digits. So you feel like just to keep pace, this drive probably needs to end in the end zone as well.
Yeah, and I think the best move for them is to not worry about how far they are down on the scoreboard, but to just remember the last drive and how it ended. Go ahead and try and repeat that. Then you can look at the scoreboard and see where this game is.
Here we go. We know this.
They'll go again with Hall. And a strong run that time as he's across midfield and down to the 43. 80 yards rushing for him so far as his terrific season continues here. Back-to-back good plays have him on the move on first down. Gino now to throw. And now look at this. Big gain, but a fumble. It's picked up by the Broncos. Now, wait a minute. They declined it.
Makes no sense, right? They just gave up a big yardage play, right?
And now it's going to stand.
The only thing I can think, someone is mad at their own defense, and they're trying to teach them a really, really crazy lesson.
Working out of the gun is Nix. Now he's going to step up and run. And he'll protect himself at the end here as he winds up getting pretty decent yardage. He'll wind up getting 9 after tucking it and running, so it'll leave him with 2nd and a yard.
I do think it's fair to say that they were caught off guard a little bit when he decided not to throw it on first down. But give them credit, they recovered in time to deny him the first down yardage. But it's only 2nd and short, so that run is still likely to lead to a new set of downs.
They'll run up the gut with Dobbins. And now they're going to get him down right at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play, and now they're faced with a 3rd and 1.
The running lanes have definitely not been there for him here in the first half, and I don't think it's all been his fault. His offensive line hasn't given him much space. A loss results there.
Here now, 3rd and a yard.
Ready. Ole.
To throw is Nix. will have a Broncos first down as they're able to get the third down conversion.
A gain of 12. First down.
Nix from the shotgun. Looking right side, and it's intercepted. And the Jets are going to have the football at their own 1-yard line. CD, I know it's just his second year in the league as a quarterback, but that's going to be one when he flips on the tape. He's like, I shouldn't have thrown that ball.
No doubt about it, and his coaching staff will be emphatic about he shouldn't have thrown that ball. But remember, second year, as you noted, on-the-job training, so he's got to take this feedback that he's getting, negative or otherwise, and turn it.
And he goes down, and it's in the end zone. Smith goes down in that end zone. That is a safety. So they go with the empty set, and that's the risk you run right there. Nobody was there to protect.
Well, you know how most offenses have audibles, and they've changed plays when they see certain sets. A lot of defenses do the exact same thing. You go to an empty back set, they bring pressure, and boy, did it pay off in this case.
Looking to put a drive together. Here comes Dobbins on the toss right. Fancy footwork at the 45. Well, he's going to be out of bounds, but not before he takes it inside the 40. 23 yards on the pickup there and a first.
Well, partner, I have to say they caught him in the right defense there. Nickel set, fifth defensive back on the field, and they love to run against that because now you typically get a bigger blocker on a smaller defender.
Yeah, because those DBs like you, they want the interception. They're not as worried about the running play, right?
Not at all. I still remember being in school, and one of my offensive line teammates used to say, boy, I'd love to come downfield with you little people.
Good run there. 64 yards rushing for him as he has been tough to stop here this first half.
We both know it's difficult, but they've made it look effortless out there. Through the air, on the ground, they've moved the ball with relative ease.
Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on first down. On 1st and 10, it's Dobbins. And here he'll get it down to the 7. A lot to praise on this drive, obviously. I know you're seeing what I'm seeing. Those guys up front, they're getting it done.
Doesn't matter what play is called. They are handling their business at the line of scrimmage and dominating right now on this drive.
2nd down and 3. Ball on the 7. Throwing Nix. Now a quick throw there, but it's going to be incomplete.
I see the surprise in your face there, partner. That is a rare incompletion from him. He's been on point this entire game.
He has percentage completion-wise way up, not that time. So the incomplete pass on the last play, and that leads us to a 3rd and 3. Now it's Nix. And that is caught. Touchdown, Denver. Evan Ingram from 6 yards away. And the Broncos are able to widen their lead here in this first half.
You got to figure down by the goal line. This is where a tight end earns his money in the high traffic area. And he's able to work free in the middle of the end zone and grabs that one for a touchdown.
And now the offense is going to stay out there as the Broncos will go for 2. They'll look to throw. And he is into the end zone to bump the lead up 2 more. And, of course, on the 2-point try, had the option to run or pass. They pass it there, and it works.
Felt pretty straightforward, didn't it? An open receiver, ball's put on him, 2 points for them.
And this one over the back line of the end zone. Well, they definitely don't want to give him a shot at returning it. That's obvious. So the ball will come out to the 30. The New York offense taking over for their next possession. Back to throw, Smith. And it's a short one here, complete to the tight end. And he gets us to the other side of midfield across the 45 before going out. 22 yards on the catch and run, a first down.
And I feel a little bit like a traitor as a former defender because that big man did not want to go down and refused to go down. If you're a defender and you don't get the right angle on a big tight end like him, he can run right through you like you're not even there, and he did a lot of that on that play.
Gino. Oh, he dropped it. And that's pretty indicative of the way this one's gone. Smith, an incomplete pass on first down. Now it's 2nd and 10. Throwing now is Gino. And his throw here is going to be incomplete.
Well, this defense is certainly organized and playing off of each other because the rush is providing pressure and the coverage is forcing incompletions and capitalizing on mistakes. When you get every level on defense hitting it once, you get first-half scores just like this one.
The Jets are going to use the first of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 35 seconds to go in quarter number 2. Again, Smith. And the timing a bit off that time as that one falls to the ground.
It sort of looks like they stopped some fight in them on this series because it seemed like things were headed for the red zone. But this defense gets 2 more stops. They can keep them out of that area.
Straight ahead is Hall. 5 yards. Now it's 3rd and 5.
That second down play call was not to pick up the first down. It was to accomplish what they did to get them into a manageable 3rd down because they had incompletion on first down, so they were behind the sticks, so to speak. They needed to make up some ground, and they did.
And he is going to have a Jets first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. As they say here in London, all to play for as we are back underway in the second half. And that is over the back line of the end zone. It's a touchback, and they'll bring this out to the 35-yard line. The New York offense taking over for their next possession. And you have to think, Charles, down 3 scores already. They need to play an almost perfect second half to have a solid chance.
And that absolutely starts with finding some way to put together a touchdown drive here. They need to be smart, fast, efficient, get the ball into the end zone, and do it again multiple times in order to have a chance to win this game.
And Smith here, an audible at the line. On 1st and 10, it's Hall. And they'll get him down here at about the 42. 93 yards for him on the ground now as he has been terrific here this afternoon. From the 42 now, here's 2nd and 2. Off of play action, here's Smith. And he drops it incomplete. And their struggles continue here.
You get the sense that they're saying we're not playing up to what we're capable of, and we're deep enough into the game that the early jitters are long gone, that they should now have some sense of continuity and be able to make some of these plays that they have not been doing so far.
And this is going to be another first down as they'll make the tackle at the Broncos 30. Give them 12 yards there, and the Jets have a first. So 1st and 10 now from the 30. Play action. It's Smith. Over the middle, it's complete. And they'll work it inside the 15-yard line before it's all said and done. From the 13 now, they work on 1st and 10. Now Smith. And he's in. Touchdown, Jets. A great effort there with his first career NFL touchdown. And the Jets are able to cut into this lead as they score on the opening drive of the second half. The York on now for the extra point. And the lead's down to 2 scores now at 16. York ready, and here we go as he sends this one away. Fighting through at the 25. And he'll take it up past the 25 to the 26-yard line. The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. And they were terrific in the first half, built up a sizable lead, and it's just been cut into a bit following the opening drive score on the other side. But this is a unit that has to be itching to get the football again.
You could say that again. They've got to be pretty eager because, let's face it, they've had to sit through halftime, then sit on the sidelines and watch that drive. So you can bet that they're saying, let's get on with this. We got to go out there and get some more points.
First play of the drive goes the wrong way. Here's 2nd and 12. Nix to the air. Open man right side is Ingram. They'll wind up getting 10 back as that sets him up for 3rd down. Operating from the gun. Nix. He's going to get that to his running back out of the backfield. And he will have a Broncos 1st down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
If you're dealing with stats in your contract, those are the types of plays that will not help you at all. In fact, they're going to hurt your yards per attempt, your yards per catch. That's not good for him.
But so important for the offense's success, right? I mean, you have to have those plays.
You're exactly right. You only got to get 3 yards, and that's what they needed, and they keep the drive moving.
Got a man open, it's Sutton. And they will only muster a yard here to the 38.
Number 14, Portland Sutton. 2 yards on the pickup. It's 2nd and 8 at the 38-yard line.
From the 38 now, here comes 2nd and 8. Again, he'll drop to throw. Got his man complete over the middle. It's Sutton. They'll give him 4 yards there, and that'll make it 3rd down.
But there wasn't much there with that hitch route. They didn't gain what they expected. But sometimes when you call a hitch, you really don't have an alternate to go to. You don't have a second route to throw it to. So sometimes you have to rifle in there and hope for the best.
Captain.
Back to the air with Nix. He'll try and do this himself. And he will slide to a stop. He does have the 1st down. That one goes for 13 yards, and it moves the sticks.
It certainly appears that he's been able to get a read on how they've wanted to contain him in this game. He's seen some places where he can beat them in big spots, and right there, he slides in with ease for the 1st down.
And they're not going to get to the line to run another play, so we will switch ends as the 3rd quarter has come to a close. We'll return with more after this break. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. They'll send a receiver here in motion right. Option play, and they'll hand to Dobbins. Joey Bosa in on the stop. Run blitz there defensively, something we might see more of here in the 4th quarter.
I think we'll see a lot of it, and the difference between that and a pass blitz, you're just trying to get to the quarterback. You're trying to scheme someone open who will get to the QB and make sure he gets on the ground. In a run blitz, you're actually trying to cover up gaps, trying to cover up holes so they can't run the football.
This drive's taken more than 3 minutes off the clock already as they come up on 2nd down. Now an option play, and he'll keep it. And holding it may be the wrong decision as he stopped in the backfield. They wind up losing a couple there, so they go behind the original line of scrimmage, and now 3rd and 11 coming up. Backed up here, tough spot, needing 11 yards to pick up the 1st. On 3rd down, he'll drop to throw. Able to find the open man, that's complete. And that's going to be another 1st down as the tackle made at the Jets' 27-yard line. That good for 19 yards as they pick up the conversion on third. To throw, here's Nix. Another catch there for Waddle. And he'll go out of bounds inside the 15-yard line. This duo locked in, 14 yards there, and a first down. Operating from the gun, here's Nix. And he's not able to get away, sacked back at the 22. Gotta imagine the pass rush will be equally intense here on second down following the sack. It's 2nd and 18. And pressure coming, and they got him once again. They'll wind up losing 10 on the sack, and it'll lead to a 3rd and long. So certainly in a pickle here. They have a mile to go to try to pick up the first. We'll see what they've drawn up. And that is incomplete. But the pressure there on 3rd down, forcing the errant pass. 4th down coming up. Now Lutz for the field goal try. This to make it a 3-score game late. And it's no good. Lutz pulled it. And this will stay a 2-score game at 16. Now this one now not over yet, Charles. You've got a sliver of hope on that other sideline.
Certainly do, because that would have made it a 3-score game. And that probably would have been curtains at that point. But now if they can get down the field quickly and somehow get the ball back one more time, we may have a different ball game.
And his throw is incomplete.
We know it's not an easy job to go out and catch passes when people are trying to tackle you and knock the ball away. But the bottom line is, that's a pass he's got to have and a pass he should have caught.
Smith, an incomplete pass on 1st down. Now it's 2nd and 10. They'll set up to throw. No chance to get away there for Smith as he goes down. Nick Benito coming in there to record the sack. Now a tough spot for Geno Smith and company after the sack. It's 3rd and long. They'll look to throw here. He's got a man. It's his tight end. That's complete. And he can only manage to take this thing to the 38, well shy of the 1st down. Here we go. This is 4th down. They snap it to Smith. Down under 2 minutes to go in this football game. So it's Bronco football as we get you reset here. And the scoreboard on their side, they're just looking to melt away these final couple of minutes and put this one in the left-hand column. They got to have 2 hands on the football here as they run on 1st down. And he is swallowed up right at the line of scrimmage. Michael Walker there to bring him down.
I like it. I like the call. Still an opportunity to run the football and chew up a little more time off the clock.
So 2nd and 9, and you'd have to figure just about all 11 probably crashing the line here. That one looks like he'll throw here. He'll swing this out to Dobbins. He's brought down in the red zone at the 18 after a gain of 18. 1st and 10.
But when you're up by 2 scores in the 4th quarter and you're going to throw the football, expect to see a lot of man coverage, because usually what comes along with man coverage is pressure. So if you're a play caller and you want to keep throwing the football, that's fine. Just make sure your offensive line understands they're going to get additional guys running at the quarterback.
And this ball incomplete. Looked very much to be a catchable ball. He could not hang on. 2nd down coming up.
Captain.
Here's Nix. Touchdown, Broncos. From 17 yards out. And the Broncos look like they're going to get back in the win column as they extend their lead here in this 4th quarter. Lutz will look to add the extra point. And he atones for his miss the first time around as this one is up and good to extend their lead.
37, Jets. 14. Will Lutz.
After the touchdown, Lutz to kick it off. And that one not returnable. It's over the back line of the end zone, so that's going to be spotted up at the 30-yard line. Jets offense coming up now to start their next drive. Now, this game went off the rails early for them and never really got back on track. And these fans, they were expecting to be on the other side of the scoreboard, but that is not the case as we play on here in this fourth quarter. So the completion good for 6 yards, and it'll be second down. You got the big lead defensively, willing to give them that underneath stuff, right?
And this is why you work on your tackling. Tackle them after the catch, inbounds, keep the clock running. Just go ahead and bleed the game out that way.
Line.
Gino now to throw. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete.
We've seen this quite a few times in this game. Offensive line unable to keep leverage, unable to keep people away, facing a lot of pressure. Fortunate just to get rid of it.
One of the reasons they're down is that inability, though, to stop the pressure. We saw another example of it there. From the gun on third down, Smith. Pass taken in by his big tight end. And he is out of bounds inside the 35. Well, that's one way to convert on third down, picking up 26 yards. Those are the types of plays they probably wish they had made more of in the first 3 quarters. And this deficit going to be tough to overcome here in the fourth. But a nice first down and a pickup on that throw.
Yeah, and this is where, as coaches, you're looking for effort and execution, even though the scoreboard is going against you. You want to find out who's going to fight, who's going to scrap, who's going to keep their heads up and continue to play.
Defensively here, you've got the cushion, but back-to-back pretty big pass plays there. Bend but don't break, but are they bending too much?
I think that they are. To me, it'd be like playing basketball, and you put up a token press.
Breece Hall with his second touchdown of the game, number 8 on the season. And the Jets are able to make some inroads here to that deficit.
And yeah, that touchdown count.
And now it appears that the referee's been buzzed, and we'll get a review. And this being inside 2 minutes of play, everything coming from up above. The Jets are going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with 25 ticks remaining on the clock. To throw is Smith. Got a man, it's caught. Touchdown, Jets. A great play there. A beast in the red zone with his second touchdown of the game. And the Jets get a bit closer. And, Charles, they continue to have trouble stopping him as he's into the end zone yet again.
Yeah, that's multiple series now that have ended with him in the end zone. A perfect plan on how to utilize him best when they get in close.
Conversion.
They're going to keep it on the ground. And he'll get in for the score. And that's going to cut the lead down to 13. Well, it's still an uphill battle from here, that's for sure, but that makes it a 2-score game.
And now we see why teams practice so much on the 2-point conversion, why you have more than one play ready, because you may need multiples to throw out a ball game. There's a great example right there.
So time definitely not in their favor, down 2 scores, but they'll try the onside kick. And the Broncos are able to recover, and that should just about wrap this one up. They knew they needed a miracle. They had to have that onside kick. They didn't get it.
Well, as we knew, even before they put the toe to the leather on that one, their chances of getting that done, slim and none. And I do believe we saw Slim just leave the door, didn't we?
We did indeed. I think we're down to none. Denver offense at the line, ready to go. And still 2 timeouts defensively, but even if they choose to use those, 3 kneel downs should be enough to get out of here with a victory. And he just falls short down at the 1-yard line. A big pickup there, and without question, that should be more than enough to wrap this one up. Well, they probably don't need to run a play here, but you wonder if they're going to be able to resist on 1st and goal. To throw is Nix. And he takes it in for the score on the game's final play, so it doesn't affect the outcome, but a little whipped cream on top to their ending.
Or as our friends in Bayou Country would say, that's a little lagniappe, a little extra on top.
Charles, a lot of happy faces heading into the tunnel as this one ends, and understandably so. Not only did they get the win, but boy, their offense